Yo, this your boy Ghazi, all the way live from San Francisco in the Empire Studios. Shout out NBA 2K TV. We doing it big this year.
We're back with an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
That's right, and in NBA 2K, we've got it all. Music, fashion, basketball, and in 2K25, we're so excited to partner with Empire to bring you the Season 2 soundtrack and clothing.
Yes, the Empire soundtrack this season features some exclusive debuts from some of the biggest artists in hip-hop. And we're just getting started.
We were invited by founder and CEO Ghazi to the Empire Studios in San Francisco for a tour and a sit-down. Take a look.
Welcome to my humble place. All right, so
Nice.
we're doing a tour, right?
Yeah, let's do a tour.
We made a lot of big records in this room. What's happening? So this is a creative compound and headquarters of Empire. I wanted to create a creative energy like an urban oasis. You come in here and you're like, this is a concrete building from the outside, and I walk in and it looks like I'm in Bali. What is going on here, right?
That's how I felt. Welcome, Ghazi, to NBA 2K TV. We are so excited to have you on the show today. We are so excited about Empire's partnership with NBA 2K for the 2K25 soundtrack. How are you feeling today?
I just want to say this is legendary. 2K being a Bay Area company, me being from San Francisco and building this here and having that synergy is pretty fascinating for me. Culturally, this is very significant for both brands. We're really big on what we do in the fashion space. The products that you find in the game will be reminiscent of that.
And you've been a part of the music industry for a really long time. Music and basketball, has it changed in the past 30 years?
It's been that way since I was a kid. The sport that I probably most resonate with has always been the NBA, as long as I can remember. Because we used to hoop on the streets and play records all day long. But over a period of time, you started to see the fashion bleeding in, hip hop culture bleeding more and deep. You'd go to a game and it was We Will Rock You to Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff by Nelly, right? I've given my heart and soul to hip hop. To see the NBA and verticals like 2K embrace hip hop culture is special.
And do you think that relationship is more tied together than any other sport?
You see it across other verticals, but not the way it is in the NBA. I think it's at the point where it's woven into the DNA of the league, allowing players to wear the wristbands, the headbands, the tights, stuff that wasn't allowed before, to the hairstyles, the braiding. You used to see everybody on the sideline in suits, and now people are coming in high fashion.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Brody came home.
I know Empire is a different type of label. Can you tell the viewers out there how it is different?
From the very beginning, we decided that our structure would be more of a joint venture structure. We always looked at ourselves as not being the vehicle, but being the GPS to navigate the vehicle and allowing the artist to punch in the coordinates.
Make nobody stress me, I'm on the way right now.
Autonomy, inclusion, diversity have always been the core ethos of the company.
Empire and 2K are both based in the Bay Area. Why San Francisco?
I was born and bred in San Francisco. I'm definitely a product of my environment. Being a kid that grew up on street rap music locally here in the Bay Area, and also spent a lot of my life in Silicon Valley doing tech. This was one of the only places in the world where you could have that cross-section. It's central to the core of what we do as a company in terms of ingenuity, speed, precision, and the relationship to the digital service providers like Apple, Amazon, YouTube, to the way we report analytics to our artists, to the way we do A&R research. We're as much a software company as we are a record label.
On the Season 2 soundtrack, there's a lot of big names, and
Sure.
many of these songs are previously unreleased, so fans are really just hearing them right now for the first time in 2K. We've got Larry June, 310 Baby, Harper. Can you talk a little bit more about these artists on Season 2?
Yeah, I mean, it shows a range of the diversity of the company, from alternative hip hop, more conventional hip hop, to international music, which lends itself very well to 2K and NBA 2K as a whole, because it's become an international phenomenon as a game, right? It's no longer a domestic phenomenon. Ashake's got a really big record that we're putting on the soundtrack. He's a huge international artist from Lagos, Nigeria, and we know that the NBA is putting a big focus on Africa with all the camps they're doing out there. So, and kind of just bridge the gap between some of the superstars we have and some of the young developing talent. You know, Little Pete and Little Yee, who are developing talent and have a hyper underground fan base here in the Bay Area, to somebody like Lucky, who's going #1 on Apple Music. The Money Mans, the Key Glocks, the Shabuzis. It's a really dope, broad spectrum of artists.
Have you talked to any of the artists? Have they said anything like, oh man, somebody has recognized me or my songs from NBA 2K?
Anytime you talk to an artist about 2K, their ears immediately perk up. I don't think anybody in the hip hop community hasn't touched NBA 2K in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Calling artists and asking them if they wanted their records in the game was like that's like carte blanche. It's an easy answer, you know? Some of the artists know that we're able to get them scanned into the game.
Empire's in the game, you're in the game. The artists, they're part of that as well. Like, kids are gonna be growing up with their soundtrack in their ear.
Things like this don't get lost, like are generationally on the mantelpiece that no one can ever take away from you.
And what do you want your legacy or Empire's legacy to be?
I just want to be remembered as somebody that was committed to excellence and that always did everything with tact and integrity, and try to put my best foot forward, both as an executive and as a human.
Speaking of legacy, many of our fans out there want some advice on what it takes to be in the industry, break in, have longevity.
A lot of people that will look at me and say, oh, it's amazing what you've done. I'm like, you didn't see the lonely nights. You didn't see the sitting on the floor. You didn't see the living out of your trunk with your clothes. Are you willing to go through all of that? And if the answer is a resounding yes, then you have a shot. It's like the NBA, right? It's a tough business. You got to be built for it mentally, physically, and creatively.
What do you hope 2K fans come out from the Season 2 soundtrack?
I hope they go look up all the artists that they may or may not know. I just want them to like the records as much as I like the records. 2025 All-Stars in San Francisco will also be celebrating our 15-year anniversary, and we'll be doing some parties with the NBA. Has some cool artist camps going on, recording camps. Exciting time for my city, because we got All-Star this year.
And the WNBA is also coming to the Bays too.
Yeah, the Valkyries. So. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
Last question, how do I get my email on that list for the gifting suite?
Yeah, that's
just kidding.
That's automatic.
Welcome to Top Plays. I'm Scott Moak, PA announcer of the Sacramento Kings. And this week, we're spotlighting your State Farm top assists. Let's go! Your first option comes from Triple Trey in the wreck, running back on defense and breaking up a long pass before making one of their own, flashing their new takeover with a flashy behind the back pass. Hold on. That's a rebounding takeover. This build can do it all. I might have to squat up with them. Got room for one more? Speaking of one more, here's Shades of C in the wreck, showing shades of Shea Gilgeous, sharing the sugar. A sweet pass into the post, trying to energize a comeback. After that alliteration, I'm energized to vote. Let's go. It's up to you. Vote now for your top play of the week and send in your very best plays with the hashtag 2KTVWow. See you next week. I gotta go jump in my neighbor's leaf piles. I love the fall.
Time for more expert tips. I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K, and today let's go over passing in NBA 2K25. Here are the basics. To throw a normal chest pass, use the left stick to target your desired teammate and press the pass button. If you want a little more precision in selecting your receivers, hold the right bumper and pick the icon of the player you want to pass to. Press the bounce pass button when you want to thread the needle through traffic. or double tap it if you want to throw a flashy pass with some flair. And if you want to pass the ball high into the post or over a defender to a cutting teammate, press the lob button. You can also hold the lob pass button to throw skip lobs if you want to pass from sideline to sideline or throw a full court advance pass. You can also throw a bounce pass and lob pass while using icon passing. Just go to your controller settings and change your icon passing from default to pass type control. Simply double tap the icon you want to pass to for a bounce pass or hold the icon for a lob pass. Now when you're ready to start using some advanced passing options, try messing around with receiver control. By default, pressing and holding the bounce pass button will make the receiver you're pointing the left stick at perform a quick V-cut to shake off their defender and try to get open away from the ball. When they're open, release the bounce pass button to pass to them. But you can also change the receiver control option under controller settings to perform other actions besides the get open pass. Setting it to handoff pitch pass will make the receiver you're pointing at come to the ball for an easy handoff. And setting the option to full receiver control will give you full control to move the selected receiver anywhere you want, basically allowing you to control 2 players at once. Receiver control is an effective tool that basically lets you run mini plays to generate more movement off ball and free up teammates. Another useful option is the give and go. Press and hold the normal pass button and keep it held when the receiver catches the ball. Then use the left stick to get yourself open. When you're ready to get the ball back, let go of the pass button. If you find that your opponents are predicting your passes too well and you're committing too many turnovers, try using the fake pass command by pressing the bounce and lob pass buttons at the same time. This might throw off the defense, lead to bad steal attempts, and give your teammates an open lane to the basket. You can also try mixing in some jump passes by pressing the shot and regular pass buttons together at the same time. These passes can be risky if thrown over long distances, but can be tougher to intercept if used in the right situations. When you've got a teammate with an open lane cutting to the rim, double tap the lob pass button to throw an alley-oop. To finish off the play, the receiver will need to press the shot button when the alley-oop meter is full. Pressing the shot button too early will cause a miss, while not pressing it at all will bail on the alley-oop altogether. To get more comfortable with all of this, you can practice in a variety of ways in Learn 2K before taking on live competition. And don't forget to send us your best assists with the hashtag 2KTVWow for a chance to be featured in our Top Plays segment. I'm going to pass this off to the next segment of the show, and I'll see you next time for more expert tips.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at challenges, which have rewards for you as you check items off the list and are now organized all under one roof.
From the Home tab, you can navigate to quick challenges easily. The Shoot button will take you right to them. These challenges may be something quick you can do in a single game, something that might take a few games to complete, or a challenge group with even greater rewards.
Once you enter challenges, you'll find all of your quests for the season in the first category. Every week, we bring new goals for using specific players, stacking up wins, and racking up individual stats. I also like to look at lifetime challenges, which have a really wide time frame and an even wider variety of rewards.
Under Signature Challenges, your lineup will be tested by opponents selected by NBA players, legends, WNBA stars, and more. I can't wait to see who curates these special challenges this year.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And there's really 2 reasons why I like to check out challenges before I play. First, it reminds me that there's so many modes in my team to try out, and I wanna make sure that I'm improving in different ways to play, so there's a lot of modes to check out. Secondly, stacking up and compounding rewards. If you're gonna go out and play, why not find out if there's some extra reward bonuses for doing certain objectives while you do so? And instead of just winning the game and earning 1 reward, maybe complete a bonus objective, like rebounding. I might even go into triple threat and build 2 guards with a much bigger player, so he gets those rebounds, and boom, now I'm earning double rewards for picking up that same victory.
Pretty clever, Danny. I like that. When you're tracking a challenge goal, you'll see it in the pause menu, and you can use the shoulder buttons to scroll through them.
Multitasking, right? It's a pretty good life skill, but a great way to earn extra rewards in my team.
Until next time, get out there and be the best you can be in my team.
If you're the type that enjoys talking basketball, like what could have happened if they just would have made this trade, or what could have happened if they could have gotten this person, then you're in luck.
What if? If this conversation sounds familiar, My GM is the mode for you. And next week, we're diving into the mode and going over all that's new with developer Jeff Schrader. Until then, get out there, get some wins, and enjoy the game. And go Elite.